Coming up, we've got a Week 8 showdown in the Windy City with two teams that drafted their quarterbacks of the future back in April. It's the 49ers and the Bears, and it's headed your way on Madden NFL 22.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. Well, CD, you look at the Bears in this one. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Niners offense making their way out, and they are led by the third overall pick back in this year's draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And you remember that when the 49ers made that big trade and paid a steep price to move up from number 12 to number 3. They gave up 3 firsts and a third-round pick. Everyone was wondering, who are they coming up to get? Was it Mac Jones at Alabama, Justin Fields at Ohio State, or was it Trey Lance out of North Dakota State, a true one-year starter on the 1AA level? But they certainly believed in Lance's mental ability as well as his physical ability, and they think that he can play right away if need be. And here he is with the opportunity to do exactly that.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the handoff, this is Cannon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Now Lance.
The scramble gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Returnable for Grant.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Bears take over.
The Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, now a strap. He loses the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trenton Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to run, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 8 catches, 107 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. It's caught outright by Graham. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lance, and that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lance now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here comes the 49ers punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment on a penalty flag on the field.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this is now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Meanwhile, Fields so complete there to Pyramid.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Off play action, Fields.
Rolling to his right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here's Fields.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Fields.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now Fields.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
That's complete to Mooney.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Lance.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers! Trenton Cannon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's his 2nd touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. One play action. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Escaping the pressure right. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the punt for Chicago. And they can't bring him down. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. And
he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance gets this one to Juszczyk. Touchdown! Kyle Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On first down, it's Fields. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
That catch good for only a couple. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports halftime report. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And a big part of their success on the scoreboard is their success in the running game. Over 100 yards as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bears, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, Let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Now an option play on second down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
You think about this strong safety position. Yeah, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And Graham's got it. Complete. Powering forward. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Fields.
Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Graham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Pushes him over. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On 2nd and goal, Fields. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know he is last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side, but this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Throwing now is Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
On first down, it's Cannon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trenton Cannon, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, nice move. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Going deep for Benjamin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Lance. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You say Khalil Mack and offensive coordinators get very, very nervous, and there's another example of exactly why. 9 sacks in 2020. He's been named to 6 consecutive Pro Bowls and been an All-Pro in 2 of the previous 3 seasons in Chicago.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He's going to look deep for Perriman.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
48 yards on the ground for him so far. Second down and 3. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Fields.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing on third down, Fields completes to Mooney on the slant. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That one good for 10 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Fields on the sneak.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
On first, here's Fields, and he completes it to Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Again, it's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 105 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Cannon going to try the left side. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On the handoff, this is Cannon pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Forced out to his left. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Able to power through. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They've been brilliant, perfect on fourth down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trenton Cannon taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
This is Jakeem Grant.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And one last throw here for Fields.
Shakes off the sack. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.